And now it's time for the Bodysurf podcast with Tim and Owie.
Hello and welcome to the Bodysurf podcast with your budgie boys Tim and Woofo this week. And Woofo, we've got some catching up to do, mate.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. Now, we put out two amazing podcasts back to back.
Yep.
Two amazing interviews. Who did we have on? So we had Rich Evans, Big Rich.
Yep. Partnered with Jeremy Weiner.
Jeremy Weiner, absolute legend. And then we topped it off with another little sneaky interview with Wampa, the big Andre Gregor.
Yeah.
What a legend. So we went pretty hard back to back, something we haven't done in a very long time.
Long time.
But we got there, and I think what really helped was going to Womp Camp, setting up this little shack studio, $80 a night. Thank you very much. That was lovely. And then we could just go, hey, come in, have a chat, relax, and let's see what happens. Now, the thing about doing an interview at Womp Camp, Woofo, is that there's absolutely no phone reception.
No.
So we couldn't do any research. Normally that you're there flicking us notes.
Well, usually I
fact-checking things.
That's right. Or I've done some research in the lead up, which I did, but it's too hard. It was too late and too hard to pass on to you guys.
I think I had some handwritten notes written on something, but, you know, it allowed us to have a very loose style of interview, which I think led to those guys opening up a bit. And we got pretty raw.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed those episodes. But what we're doing now is sort of catching up because we did two interviews back to back. So now we've got to probably do a few between the sets just to get us back on a track. Yep. So this is Between the Sets with the Budgie Boys, Tim and Woofo. Woofo's filling in for Owie, because Owie is MIA.
That's right.
What's going on with this kid? So, he's in the Central Coast.
Mm-hmm.
He just bought a house.
Yeah.
He's set up this house really nice.
Yeah, it looks lovely.
They've got these great, like, sort of retro vintage furniture thing. It's looking very boho-y. It's got a lot of sun. It's looking lovely. But the kid can't work out how to get the ISDN line working.
He's gone too retro.
He's on
no
the
internet.
He's on the dial-up. No, he's not even got dial-up. He's got nothing. So he even said, I don't think I'll even be able to call into the show on a mobile phone. He said his reception's that bad. So I don't know, are we going to start auditioning for his replacement?
We'll take anyone.
Because Matthew Bond is keen.
He is.
Matthew Bond is so keen to be the permanent host of this show. He fills in here and there. But he's keen to take over for Owie. So, Owie, you better sort out your stuff, or you better just maybe drive back to Sydney and we can catch up in person.
It's probably almost the same amount to drive for Bondi. No, really.
Yeah, it's so true. Now, should we announce that Bondi is going to be on the Bodysurf podcast very soon?
I'll go for it.
Because what I thought we'll do two quick episodes of Between the Sets.
Yep.
This is one with your main man, Woofo. And then we'll have one with Bondi. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully by then, Owie will have his stuff sorted out.
Surely.
But then we've had some big announcement. We've kind of had to work around this because we're sort of scrambling.
Yeah. It's
just been announced that applications for the Australian Bodysurf Classic open this Friday. We're recording this on a Tuesday, so in a few days, hopefully, we're going to have Ricky Gilby back on the podcast for, I think, his fourth appearance, talking about what used to be known as Womp-Off.
You got to get in quick. There's only 140 spots.
That sounds like a lot, but
there's 14 teams of 10.
Yeah, when you divide that by 10, like it's...
And I reckon there's more teams this year than there was last event, so... Yeah. Some teams are going to miss out.
So 14 teams are going to be there. And
I'm just shooting from the hip here. I'm assuming we're going to the same format as last year.
Yeah. I think it's a great format, and we can go through that in a bit more detail maybe with Ricky. But I'm concerned about teams missing out. This was a big issue a while ago, and I want to make sure everyone gets a go. And how do you decide who doesn't make the cut?
Oh, that's right. It's I think he's posted on the Facebook page or Instagram saying first in, best dressed.
Yeah, and luckily we're very well dressed.
Well, yeah.
Are the Budgie Boys going to be there?
Oh, 100%.
I don't know. We haven't performed well for the last 2 years.
We came 8th last year, man. Top 10.
It was 2 years ago, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So we've been out of action for a while. 8th. Yeah, I remember.
And we had Bondi that year who couldn't swim. So with an extra surfer,
Yeah.
those extra points,
Yeah.
we could have been even higher.
Yeah. Do you think Bondi's improved that much in the last 2 years?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He can swim now. He still can't catch one, but at least he can swim out the back and make it look like he knows what he's doing.
Oh, man. Now, remember when we had the award ceremony and they were announcing everyone that had kind of gotten in the bottom few teams?
Yep.
And our name wasn't called for a while. And we were thinking, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because we didn't do that great.
No, that's right.
So what got us over the line? And when I say over the line, what got us in 8th position? Nothing to be that proud of, although we're extremely proud of it for some reason.
I think Oe in the individual might have bumped us up a couple of points.
Do you think the water polo gag got him a bit of points? Yeah, I think, the judging panel really liked that. So we've got to, give that another go. Maybe do some creative things.
That's right. Well, that's the best thing about body surfing events is you don't have to be the best body surfer to win, or at least to impress the judges, who sometimes don't really know what they're looking for. Really, they're just looking for whoever's having the most fun, and as long as you can get them to write down a high number, that's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I put together a bit of a draft team today. Seems like everyone kind of was happy with it, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
So if we move ahead with that, we're looking pretty nice. We've got our 10-man squad.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a few wild cards in there, a few, what would you call them, late signings maybe.
Well, I think they're almost like honorary members.
Yeah, from a sister club.
Yeah.
That maybe didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
So we'll take them.
Well, yeah. Who knows?
I don't know how that stuff works because they're good. But this is the problem with these big teams. They've got too many options. Bait Bay have too many options. Goldie Sliders have too many options. I wonder how, maybe those more niche clubs, like the Cobras, are they just a 10-man side? They don't worry about anything.
No, they don't get extras in.
Yeah. How did they perfectly calculate the right amount of friends to have?
Maybe they did have to cut some people. Well, we don't know because no one knows who they are or where they're from or what they do.
Because we've always been a bit under, which is
we've always picked up a wild card or two, and they've always performed pretty well for us actually. Maybe that's why we finished 8th.
I dare say that we've had some really great features in the 2 years that we've entered, and it looks like we're going to do something similar again. Should we announce it? Well, I think you should announce this. Who are the two young chaps that we've signed to the Budgie Boys for the Australian Body Surfing Classic?
Well, it's a father-daughter duo.
Ooh.
Everybody's favourite, Daryl Riley.
Yes.
And his beautiful daughter, Georgia.
Yes.
They'll be coming down from... Well, Georgia's in Queensland at the moment.
Yep.
Daryl's going to be coming down from Nimbin. And yeah, we saw them up at Treachery. Had a good time with them. And they've always been kind of the closest thing to a budgie boy that's not a budgie boy.
Yeah, I reckon Daryl Riley is Bodysurfer's dad.
Yeah.
So, did you see the weird relationship he's starting to have with Bondi?
Yeah.
They really bonded.
They did. Bonding with Bondi.
That photo of them, embracing themselves after
kissing.
a sesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke to Bondi on the weekend actually, and he said that Daryl's been messaging him.
Yeah, good.
Just checking in, just making sure he's going all right. So
good. Do you think that's going to help us on the day, having a father-son duo?
Father-daughter.
Well, Bondi.
Oh. Sorry, Georgia, you're out. I think Daryl's got a couple of boys actually.
Well, we've seen father-sons do pretty well in the past. Trav and Ace do very well with the Goldie Sliders.
We may have finished 13th the first year and 8th the next year, but we've always been first in friendship.
Yeah, that gag's getting real tight.
No, but with Daryl coming in, I think it's even more important now.
It'd be nice to be first in friendship, but also first on the podium.
Yeah. Third in the fin sprint.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
kind of.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know about
We haven't picked up any speed this year. Usually we use a wild card.
Yeah.
Georgia might be all right on sand.
So for those who don't know, at the end of the competition, we have a relay fin sprint race. So it's 4 times 50 metres.
Yep.
Or 25 metres maybe. You got to wear the fins that you surfed in.
Yep.
And yeah, you pick your top 4 runners.
Yes.
And they just go for gold. And for some reason, the last 2 times we've entered, I've been in the team. And we've done relays.
Yep. We're using the using a bad fish as the baton from memory.
That's it. Yeah. So it's if I'm making it into the top 4 fastest budgie boys, we've got a real issue with speed on this team.
Well, yeah, we do.
'Cause I'm very slow. I'm very slow, and I don't want to race again this year. I've been trying to get out of it forever, and I just who else? Surely Georgia could take my spot.
It's got to be Georgia, Owie, Sean, and Robbie.
Robbie's never done it.
He can get some advice off his wife. Wasn't she a beach sprinter?
That's right. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to get dragged back into this.
Well, maybe we'll have a time trial.
That's what happened last time, and
And you won.
I smoked Jesse.
His legs are too little. His third leg's dragging behind.
Now, we've mentioned this a lot on the podcast, but I think we should maybe discuss it again. Are Team Hawaii, Team Defin, going to be able to get to Australia for the competition?
Well, I can't see why not. I think they'll come over.
Yeah.
Whether they bring 10 or not will be interesting.
But Defin now have so many Australian representatives, they could build a team quite easily, even if they brought 5.
Yeah, see, I'm not all about that. Because it's depleting the strengths of all the smaller clubs in Australia by taking out... If everyone loses their best surfer just because they wear Defins,
Yeah.
it makes it a bit unfair. You know what I mean?
But other clubs could do something similar.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
I think the Cobras have a bit of a partnership going with DMC.
Yeah, but they're not bringing in other DMC swimmers just for the sake of it.
They could.
No, they could,
They could.
but they don't have to.
No, they're too good already.
Like if you were Bait Bay, you'd be cranky if you lost Corey just because he rides for Defin.
Yeah. Remember when the Bondi Rescue Boys entered?
And then left after 2 hours. Maybe that's why we did a bit better last year.
It seems
Well,
like
last time.
they're the ones that needed the rescuing that day. I've asked a few of them to come on the podcast.
No reply?
They're too big for this stuff. They're out there hanging with, Osher. No time for us. Like, did they win a Logie this year or something? I don't know.
I don't know. Never watched it.
Yeah. These guys, they get a little TV show and they think they're top shit, but they left halfway through a competition. That's honestly very rude.
Yeah, it's pretty ordinary.
Yeah. And did they have to go and rescue someone from
they
Backpackers
must have.
Rip or something?
I
Like, why did they all have to
I remember
go?
Ricky looking around saying, "Where's the Bondi guys?" And their tent was gone from the beach.
Yeah.
Like everything was disappeared. No one said goodbye or just brushed us.
Yeah.
And the worst thing was, they designed that shit logo we had last time.
I think that was the first instance of like a meme. You know what I mean? Like, like remember when people were putting... Owie will be more of an expert on this, but when people were putting needles in strawberries,
Yeah.
that was like a meme come to life. Copycats doing something silly and very dangerous for, I guess, a laugh. I feel like the Womp Off colouring in contest was, rigged for comedic effect. However, looked pretty good on a shirt.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I still wear mine.
it looked pretty good. I doubted it. I thought this thing looks awful. And then they did a very good job with the screen print. And I'm like, wow, this came up all right. And I wear that shirt all the time. As you said, it's great.
There's been some pretty good ones in the competition this year.
Yeah, I voted for the orange question mark.
That wasn't an entry.
I thought the Riddler entered. So, yeah, I really actually like a member of the Budgie Boys, Gareth, entered a really nice little one. He sort of just did a doodle real quickly. And
Gareth's a lovely guy, but he can't draw.
I like it. I think it came up all right. But I did vote for number one. I don't know who did that one.
Was that the orange one?
It was the only good one.
Yeah, I voted for that one too.
I saw his Misso April voted for something else. I don't know one. She didn't vote for that one.
Barrel Pig's been pushing pretty hard.
Oh, yeah, Barrel Pig put his
and
one
he's
in.
got the followers behind
That's
him too.
true. Is it a popularity contest?
Well, it was when Bondi won.
You know, this should be treated like the Archibald Prize. We should get experts in. We should have fellowships and sponsored. I don't know. I don't know how the Archibald Prizes work. I just want Arn Doe involved in body surfing. That's all I want. I want Arn Doe to come and paint a portrait of me and Owie. So that way we've got like a Wrath and an Arn Doe.
Oh, how good.
Oh, man. But I guess we should just try and work out what is the future of this podcast, Woofo. Because while we were at Womp Camp, a lot of people came up to us and gave us advice. Mm-hmm. They gave us their 2 cents worth. They gave us, what would you call it, a critique about this podcast.
Constructive criticism?
It wasn't that constructive. There's a lot of criticism. No one had any solutions.
No.
They were just very upset that often when we get on, we talk about Womp Camps coming up and then Womp Offs coming up, exactly what we've done tonight. Mm-hmm. And then we maybe talk about shitty movies.
Yep.
And then we get a bit carried away maybe with some NRL chat or I don't know. What other things do we talk about?
Whatever floats your boat.
Well, body surfing should be floating our boat, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this was Dave Malloy's suggestion.
Yeah, he came up to me under his we were actually checking out his camper van.
Oh yeah, he had a good rig.
Yeah. And he goes, boys, you really need to focus just on body surfing for a good 20 minutes at the start. And then once you start waffling, I can just turn it off and know that I'm not going to miss anything.
Yeah. So I guess when we do between the sets, when it's just me and Owie or me and you or me and Bondi or me and Luke Brabot,
yep.
We just talk body surfing for the first 20 to 30 minutes?
Oh, until you run out of body surfing chat.
Yeah. So yeah, we keep that really tight as we can be. And then we go, alrighty, we're done. And then we can loosen up a bit and maybe start talking about McG.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we do with our regular episodes when we've got a guest on?
Well,
because sometimes the guest derails us.
Well, that's fine. It's their show.
But man, I know we get in trouble for saying who we want on and all that sort of stuff, but we've got some stuff planned, I guess, and we'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, it'd be great to get Ricky Gilby on very soon to get all this news out about the Australian Body Surfing Classic. Is Mark Cunningham going to be popping in?
Yeah, I think so. The Hawaiian guy's been flying over to the West Coast comps in the US. Mm. So they're traveling.
Yeah.
So they're keen to spread the gospel. Whether they're going to make the big flight over here depends. I don't know. Depends on how much Ricky can turn the keys. Mm. Yeah, a little bit of cashola.
Yeah. Cash is king, as Owie would say.
But yeah, it'll be good to see them because they are by far the best body surfers I've ever seen. So.
Yeah. Do you know, and I've said this publicly before, I would love to see the Cobras win, but I'd only like to see them win if the Fin Hawaii were in attendance.
Yeah.
Because if the Fin Hawaii aren't there, Cobras automatically win. In my book.
Probably.
So I don't want to see them win like that. I think they deserve better. Mm-hmm. They are such a strong team.
They're such a strong team, but I don't reckon I could even name two of them.
No.
Who are they?
No. It doesn't matter. I love watching them.
Oh, they surf so good.
I love everything they're all about. Eventually we'll meet them and introduce ourselves and try and get them on the potty or whatever. But for now, I'm just a spectator and I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Yep.
And I really want them to win. I really want them to
I'd
win.
love for anyone else to win other than those two.
What? Why?
Oh, ESPS.
They're due, aren't they?
They're due.
Third every
They're a good
year.
team. I was talking to Rob.
Yeah. Who's this guy who's surfing for these days?
Well, that's the thing. I said, who are you going to surf for, Maroubra or ESPS? He goes, Maroubra's just like a sister club, like for the casuals,
Yeah.
who he surfs with every time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if ESPS do meets anymore.
But they'll be.
But he said,
they'll be there.
he said he's in the pro club.
Yeah.
He's in the pro team. He's in the pro team.
Can we see his tax return? Is he professional? Is he making money off body surfing?
I don't know.
I'll be auditing that.
I'm sponsored.
Yeah.
Is Rob?
Yeah.
probably
No, I
gets-
don't think he is.
Is he a warrior?
He
No,
had
he has a bit of everyone, doesn't he?
He had a few red wines at Womp Camp, and he was very vocal about what he would like. He was saying he wants this guy to sponsor him. He should be doing this. He should be doing that. Remember that conversation he had about the Cronulla Sharks?
Loves the Sharkies.
That made no sense. The crazy thing is he thought he was the most prolific football commentator of all time. He was talking absolute nonsense. I wish I had a recording of that because no one will ever believe what he was actually saying.
No.
But he was talking a bit about, I should be sponsored by this and I should be sponsored by that. The sponsored thing's really funny because you're obviously sponsored Woofo and I think you deserve that.
Thanks, mate.
But you're not getting any cash.
No. Is anyone in body surfing getting cash?
I think if you do a shift at the Manly market, sometimes you get a bit of cash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you're just catching a wave, I think you just get a bit of free gear.
Yeah.
That's all you want in life, eh?
Yeah.
Bit of good gear.
That's right.
Speaking of, I got some good gear the other day. Are we going to ever do our segment, Good Gear?
I think we should.
Good Gear with Woofo.
Well, I've got enough gear that we could
Yeah.
just go through all the brands and review something.
Are we going to film it in your garage?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got to make our boards as well.
Yeah, that's right. We both have the War hand plane DIY kits. We're going to have to get the tools out.
Get the tools out.
Just budgies and tool belts.
I would love to go back to school just to have access to the woodwork room so I could
good.
do it really well.
Get on the lathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. What are you going to design? You mentioned what you were going to do the other day. It sounds really interesting.
I like Ricky's shapes of boards. Like the Badfish is probably the best shaped hand plane I reckon I've got.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to just do the same shape but half the size.
Wow, okay.
A bit smaller.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really got a small board.
Yeah.
Got lots of big ones.
You had all your gear lined up
Yeah.
at Womp Camp and everyone was trying on everything and there was a few small boards that everyone goes, oh, that feels nice. That feels really nice. And it'd be interesting to see how they hold up on a big wave, but everyone says they just glide straight through it.
Yeah.
They love the big surf. It's probably the smaller surf they're not great on.
Yeah, well, it's just so easy to swim with when they're small. But yeah, I've got some boards that are the length of my arm, so it's trying to swim with it. I've got the block of bread, just swimming with that.
The sourdough.
Everyone like that.
The guy butchers sourdough bread. Now,
yeah.
how would he create this? So he made a loaf of bread, and it's
So he's gone to his local artesian bakery.
oh, he didn't bake it.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think it's
so
he
got
he partnered with the bakery for this.
it's a collab.
Yeah, it's a collab. And then he's vacuumed it to get all the air out,
Yeah.
and then just
Use the resin.
covered
or
it in
something?
resin
Yeah.
and fiberglass and just made this freak of. He's based it on an actual shape of a hand plane that he makes, and it does hold a pretty good line when you get up on the plane.
Yeah.
But it's just you're swimming around with a big chunk of it's heavy too.
People that know me know that I'm always questioning things. One of the biggest questions I have in life is what is art? What is art? You can't really define it sometimes.
Well, yes.
Well, why a loaf of bread in a hand plane? Where's his head? Where's the thought process behind this one?
Oh, I've asked myself that a lot of times about Guy Butcher.
You call me in the middle of the night going, this bread, this bread hand plane's haunting my dreams.
I was trying to give it away to someone at Womp Camp. Not that I don't appreciate it, Guy, for sending it to me, but I've used it and I enjoyed it, I just don't know when I'm going to want to use it again.
Maybe we could do the Bodysurf podcast presents the Great Australian Bake Off, the Great English Bake Off, and the best bit of bread wins. So Guy Butcher, what an interesting and crazy guy doing some really fun stuff.
Yeah.
In not only the handboard space, but in the pipo space, which is a bit foreign to me, I'll admit.
Well, I think it's more of like, not really a pipo, but more of like a belly board. They're pretty unique.
Yeah.
I know Steve from Fringe Surfing in the UK is right into his into his belly boards. He kind of surfs everything.
Yeah.
And he's such like an eccentric kind of character, running his little surf shop there in the UK. And I always love checking in each week and see how many surfs he's had. He keeps a calendar of his monthly surf.
Does he like rate them? And
Yeah,
do a little,
he does.
That's
Little blurb for every surf and what hand plane or what board he rode. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should start doing something like that. Bacon and egg roll.
Bacon and egg roll.
Tomato sauce.
The worst thing about last week was it looked all right. Like I probably would have gone in, and then everyone was like, "Oh no, we'll just go get a bacon and egg roll."
We wouldn't have gotten many waves.
Oh yeah, I reckon we would have.
We would have just got wet and got out and had breakfast.
Yeah. See, I'm on a bit of a time schedule when I go for a surf in the morning on a Saturday because family commitments. So if I go for breakfast straight up, I haven't got time for a surf. And then we've all walked back, and then Bondi said, "Oh, well, let's go for a surf. It looks actually I might go out."
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah.
You should have said that earlier.
Bondi and I are recording a podcast on Sunday.
Okay.
So applications for the Australian Body Surfing Classic open Friday. We'll try and get Ricky on or something.
Yep.
And then Sunday, Bondi's going to be on the podcast. We're going to have a surf before Sunday morning.
Okay. I mean,
We might do Saturday as well. I don't know.
the more the merrier. Because we need to start surfing because we're about to go into big comp.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, did you see the wetsuit? I washed my wetsuit in the washing machine.
I don't think that's good for them, eh?
Everyone's telling me this. It came up a real treat.
Yeah, you can spin dry it because it doesn't use just don't put any detergent or chemicals or...
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, your rubber's just going to perish.
I think it's fine. I put a bit of salt water in there. It's all good.
I do need a new wetsuit though. My rubber's gone.
You can't get a sponsorship deal?
Oh, putting it out there. If anyone wants to send one my way.
What would be the best wetsuit sponsor?
I don't know. I usually just go down to Emerald Surf City, the bodyboarding shop in Cronulla. And Des down there usually looks after me. I have a gyro, long arm, short leg. That's what Mike Stewart is sponsored by them. So if he uses it, it must be good.
How's Mike doing?
Oh, from what I can see, he's doing all right. He'd be a good pickup for the comp. Fly him over. Use the Patreon money.
Don't mention the Patreon money. No, we're getting shirts, mate. We're getting shirts.
There we are.
I sent through Alan a little email.
Okay.
He's left me on scene. No, I don't think he's actually seen it, but I had a bit of a weird thing. I was just like, all right, Alan, do whatever you want. And I'm like, no, I got an idea, and I just want to see if he can work with me on it. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be real good.
Okay.
How much are we selling these shirts for? How much is a shirt these days?
Has it got your face on it?
No.
Oh, if you want to sell the shirt, you can probably get it for
$30?
Yeah, $30.
Yeah.
You'll turn a profit on that.
I always go to pubs and go, like, they've got a shirt. You can buy the shirt of the pub.
Yeah, I like a brewery shirt.
And but I've been going to all these pubs. I go, oh, can I grab a shirt? $20, $30. They're like, we're all out. It's very disappointing.
Popular.
But I guess that's what it's like being a body surf club. You try and get a Bait Bay shirt, or you try and get an ESB shirt.
Didn't you get the Western Australia board shorts one year?
Yeah.
The dugongs?
The Dugongs gave us these lovely board shorts, which I'm pretty sure they bought from Lowe's.
Yeah.
And then screen printed them itself
So
with
good.
just some... I don't think with professional screen print paint. It was just regular paint. They're still looking fine. I wear them all the time. They're great. Really enjoyed those. That's some good merch. Some handmade merch.
I'm all about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you made some merch.
Yeah, well...
From Kmart.
It was good gear.
Everyone's asking for mugs.
They're pretty expensive though.
We can get them in bulk. We can do a few.
Okay.
Yeah, they do look good.
They do.
Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, we've done like half hour now.
Yeah. We did a good 25 minutes before this one, and we didn't record. Whoops.
Oh man, I don't even feel bad about doing it anymore because I do it so often. I used to feel really guilty. I'm like, oh, we ruined a good take.
I've been behind the microphone twice, and both times we haven't recorded.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
And the second time's never as good.
It's never as good. We've done this so many times. The first one was so good. Anywho, I just want to quickly say, any good films out? Have you seen Elvis?
I haven't seen any movies lately.
Have you seen the Bob's Burger film?
No.
That might be good to watch with the kids. Pretty funny.
Okay.
I was talking to someone the other day. Like Bob's Burger is a very, very funny show, right? I don't know if you've seen it. It's just like a cartoon about a guy that runs a burger shop.
Okay.
But it's not as quotable or rememberable as old Simpsons. And
Right.
I'm just trying to work out, like, it's still extremely funny. I actually think it's actually funnier sometimes, but it's not as rememberable. It's not as quotable.
Okay.
So how did Simpsons get to be where they were?
You can't really compare anything to The
No.
Simpsons, can you?
Just all those Harvard writers
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just, God, it's insane how funny that show was. Who's the bloke who works for The Simpsons?
What one?
He used to listen to the podcast.
Oh.
He worked on Little Mermaid. This is Robbie's pet peeve. This is everyone's
gone.
pet peeves
It's
when we
gone.
go, remember that, and we can't think of it. This is what happens when we don't
Where's
have
Owie?
notes and stuff.
He was messaging Yowie.
Yeah.
Not me. I didn't have access to the account then.
Anyways, I won't bore you with any more movie chat because it sounds like you haven't seen a film since the Titanic
Man,
came out.
I got 2 kids, so if it's not Paw Patrol or Thomas the Tank Engine, I don't know about
What
it.
was the last adult film you saw?
Oh, God.
Fast and Furious?
I couldn't even tell you. I could not tell you.
When was the last time you went to a cinema?
Years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Mm.
Hopefully soon.
Can I take you on a date?
Yeah, please.
I want to see Elvis real bad.
Yeah, I'll go see it.
Yeah. Baz Luhrmann.
Next time we do a podcast, we'll go out after.
Let's do...
We'll do a podcast from the cinema.
For Patreon, maybe for the Patreon we do movie chat. We'll go review some films. We'll get Richard Wilkins on.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be a good laugh.
Yes,
Your
yes.
mate can come on.
What one?
You know, I don't want to say his name, but your mate.
I know a couple. I know a couple of people that could come on.
The film reviewer.
Okay.
The best film reviewer this country's ever produced.
He doesn't do it anymore.
Well, he kind of does. He dabbles.
Yeah, okay.
He's got other things going on, but yeah, he'll always be that.
Yeah.
He was very, very good at that.
He was.
Yeah. I tried
He
to
is.
get that job.
Yeah, right.
I auditioned for that when he left.
Okay.
It was it was actually pretty funny. I reviewed that show, 13 Reasons. What? Is it 13 Reasons?
Yeah.
I watched like half an episode and reviewed it. Like, this is horseshit. See, that's what your mate was good at doing. Reviewing films, even bad ones, and trying to find the good in them.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do here on the Bodysurf podcast. Trying to find the good in the scum of the surf community.
It's a small community, though.
It's a good community.
It's hard to find some good eggs.
Nah, we're
going all right.
Everyone,
We're going all right.
Everyone's just doing their thing.
That's right.
And that's all you can do in life.
We've got some good friends out there.
Yeah. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Do it again real soon. We're going to have hopefully Ricky Gilby on the show very, very soon. We just got to flick a few emails his way and work out logistics. And then Matthew Bond will be on the show as well very soon. And that should get us back on track.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we can start doing some hectic interviews again.
We've got 2 months till the comp.
Oh, we got to get Mulga's coming on the show soon as well.
of course.
Mulga the artist is coming on.
We've also got someone else we've lined up. We're not going to talk about them now,
Okay.
but they've been surfing a wave pool a lot lately.
Ooh, in Victoria, Melbourne.
No? Overseas?
Ooh, the Kelly Slater pool.
No?
Oh, ooh.
You've forgotten already.
I don't know any other pools. What pool?
In the UK?
I don't know. Anyways, we got to get out of here. Do it again real soon. But remember, it's always
Overhead when you're body surfing.
you. Bye.
Ciao.